This FleeboyJetson has dared to make a podcast about the Power Rangers. That's intriguing. Go ahead and make your little podcast. Just remember, I'll be watching.
He looks pretty
Give me that. Well, let's just see what this is all about. The Power Ranger podcast. Let's see. It's always about the Power Rangers. Never about the villains.
Heroes, we're shipping the brand new Gearbox, Luffy, Mango Passion, fruit from G Fuel. It's easy to make and the goodies why it comes with so many great things. You definitely want to go get this 20% off with that promo code FleeboyJetson. Don't forget to use the code FleeboyJetson for 20% off. Yeah, what's good, everybody? You already know who it is and what it is. And if you don't, it's the one and only one, FleeboyJetson. And if you're tuning in for the first time, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, click that notification bell so you can be notified for more topics and discussions on your favorite heroes and villains from around the world. And it's another Power Rangers podcast. And we got a phenomenal setup for y'all tonight. Wonderful topics. And it's your boys B-Day. That's right, man. We are celebrating another circle around the world, man. So shout out to me, man. I'm getting old, y'all. I ain't going front. Unk is really unking right now. And I got a couple of guests with me. First, let me introduce my co-host for the evening. He is a Voice of the Heroes member and part of the family. My guy, Benjamin Walker. What's good? Welcome to the show, my brother.
What's good? Hey, I'm just happy to be here, man, and happy birthday, my boy.
Hey, we definitely turning up, man. We definitely about to turn up. Now, for our guests tonight, we are speaking with FTK and Igis. Is that how you say that, my brother? I think I might have pronounced his name wrong, but they are the ones that's the driving force behind Geo Era. And they'll be going to talk about their new Power Rangers project. They'll be talking about, the designs, creations, what to expect. Hopefully we get some release date on the fan project. Also, gentlemen, y'all can unmute. First and foremost, let's welcome the command center in the building for the first time. Hey, it's about time you got out the command center and jumped in the Megazord, man. Welcome, FTK, in the building. How you doing, my brother?
How you doing, bro? How you doing, Flea Boy?
Hey, welcome. All right, Igni,
How you
or
doing,
is it
Walkie?
Dawnstar? Which one you want to be called as, man? Am I saying it wrong?
Igni is just fine.
Igni is fine. Well, welcome to the show. How you doing? All right. Before we get into Geo Era, we got to break down the latest and greatest news that we got all week long since the last time we had everyone on the show. For those who don't know, the last time we had a wonderful guest up here. Make sure you go ahead and check that, man, because it was a hell of a show, man. Y'all not going to want to miss what we did with Tyr in the last episode. And that video is kind of blowing up, man. So thank y'all for the support, definitely. Now, we will be speaking about RJ comments, right? I want to get to that. I also want to get to hold on 1 second. Just give me 1 second, chat. 1 second. And we're going to get to the chat right now, matter of fact. We're going to see who's in the chat and showing up, man, because we got some real ones in the chat and in the building. So let's see what real rights we have in the chat, and then we'll get to the news. All right, let's give a big shout out to. Hold on, let me go to my stream. Let me turn this down so we don't get no feedback or no echoes. Ain't no echoes
Hey,
like that in the chat, right, y'all?
no, they said turn your mic up, Flea Boy.
Turn my mic up is down a little bit. All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Turn it a little bit up more. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Is it good? Let me know if y'all can hear me, gang. Let me know. All right, I'm coming to the stream now. All right. Also, everybody, man, please hit that like button. We about to get. Oh, Drizzy is in the building. King Spade is in the building. Damon is in the building. Matter of fact, we're gonna get a
Yo,
new
yo.
mod today, man. King Spade, it might be you, gang. You might get moderator of the chat because you've been holding it
What's up?
down, man.
What's up, Drizzy? What's up,
Drizzy in the
Damon?
building. All
King
right, there
Spade.
we go, man. Thank y'all all for tuning in. All right, I think we goaded, man. I think we good now. All right, appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is Voice of the Heroes Power Rangers podcast. And like I said, we got some guests in the building tonight. Now, some of the news that broke, for those that don't know, big shout out to the Legacy of Nerds. Make sure you check them out on YouTube, Instagram, wherever you can follow them at. Big on the updates and stuff like that. So make sure y'all check them out. Now, we getting a new comic book for New Comic Book Day. Well, excuse me, not New Comic Book Day, but Free Comic Book Day. We're getting a issue 0 of Power Rangers. Now, on the cover, you can see the original Mighty Morphin team, which is Kimberly, Trini, Zach, Billy, and Jason, facing the OG Green Ranger, Tommy. Now, a lot of people are thinking that this is going to lead into another ongoing series. A lot of people are a little upset about it because it's like, how can you keep telling this story throughout the comic books and so many different medias? So I can kind of agree with that because it's like, all right, if you're doing the Green Ranger versus Mighty Morphin again, it's getting a little dragged out, right, at this point. I hope that's not what the case is, but from the cover, it looks like it. I don't know if it's going to be a one-shot. I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing series. But as far as the comic book series go, they have been cooking over there at Boom Studios. I'm kind of sad to see Power Rangers Prime go. We're about 2 issues left, issue 15 and 16, and then we're done with Prime. And it's just cooking up, man. The next issue, my God, it's coming to a conclusion. They showed Jaden Sheba in the last one. This one, they introduced us to the Gold Zeo Ranger.
The Gold Ranger.
Oh my God, is a herald of some type of beast that's devouring worlds and man, it's a whole big epic saga going on right now in Power Rangers Prime. But my thing to everybody in the chat, how do you feel about them rebooting the Mighty Morphin story again in the comic books? Are you excited for it, or are you a little like, come on, like enough is enough? How do y'all feel? Ben, talk to me.
Yeah, I kind of feel the sentiment of that. What everybody's saying is you rebooting the same original story once again. I can kind of see, people's fatigue with that. Um, and I suggest, they could do another team. They can do the Lost Galaxy team, the Jungle Fury team, the Mystic Force. They can do other things. But I think what they're going for, they know what sticks. What can I throw at the wall to know? I know for a fact it's gonna make money, it's gonna sell, people are gonna read it. Even if people are fatigued, they're gonna be like, you know what? I love this story. I love Green with Evil. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what is going on, and hopefully eventually once Prime is done and they come out with another series, and hopefully that can go to other different Ranger teams.
Yeah, I agree, man, because it's starting to drain the community, and I hope that's not what it is, man. I hope we get a new set of heroes. But Command Center, how do you feel about this, man? This news.
Okay, so I totally agree with Ben and you, Fleeboy. Like, it's a story that's been told over and over and over and over again. Like, how many times you can tell the same story to like a different audience to try to get a different reaction or try to get a different toy across. Like, how many times you can tell this same story and try to get something better from it, but yet it's just steady going down the drain. Like, if you want to do that, if you want to tell the Green Ranger story, I feel personally, go back to Zordon, Rita, and all of them. If you're gonna do the Green Ranger and the original Mighty Morphin colors, I'm not gonna say Mighty Morphin team. I'm gonna say Mighty Morphin colors, and go back with Rita being the Green Ranger. If y'all gonna go that route.
Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Rita. We're going to talk more about Rita and the reboot coming up, man. I'm excited to talk about that and who's playing Rita and some of the casting. And big shout out to Nerd of Legacy. Join his Discord. He dropped an exclusive in there on who will be the Yellow Ranger or who could potentially be an eyed for the Yellow Ranger. We'll talk about that coming up. Now, Don Star, talk to me, man. How do you feel about this reenacting Evil of Green?
So, I mean, for me, it's kind of like I understand like everybody's like points of view in terms of it, because it's kind of like the same discussion with, superheroes that we've had before. For example, like how many times have we seen the Batman origin story? How many times have we seen the Spider-Man, the Superman? It's stories that are so well known in each community that we're like, okay, we've seen it a billion times. We've seen, the Waynes, die in the alleyway. We've seen Uncle Ben. We've seen Krypton. All of these stories that we all know heartbeat. It's kind of like, do we really need to see it again? Like, can't we see something new, something fresh, something that can really kind of like reignite the spark for the series and for the community? That's just my take on it.
No, I agree with you, and I love that take, to be honest with you, because if you think about it, right, let's take a second to actually go down that lane, right? Because you have a situation where Krypton, for instance, we've seen Krypton get blown up 1,000 times. We've seen Uncle Ben get unalived 1,000 times. We've seen, the Wayans or whatever the case may be. It's getting to a point where I can understand everybody's frustration with the Power Rangers reboot and things like that happening. But, me personally, I'm just glad that they're doing it in a comic book than the reboot. Right? Because at first I was really looking at it, right? And I'm like, bro, do I really want a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reboot, right? And my mind instantly was like, yes, you do, because you want to see it done right. You want to see it done through modern time, through a different lens. But then the more and more I keep reading about the reports, which we'll get into, which is a good segue into the Power Rangers reboot on Disney Plus, is that this is not going to be Mighty Morphin. And if it is, it's not going to be the first team. And from the reports, it's saying that this new team gets their powers handed down from a prior team before. Now, could this prior team be the Mighty Morphin team? And they're talking about callbacks and a whole bunch of this stuff. So I doubt, seriously, in my mind, they'll bring back any of the original Mighty Morphin team. You can't bring back Tommy, rest in peace. But I don't know if we'll see, Amy Jo or David Yost or, or Walter Jones or, you feel what I'm saying? Any of them. I don't know if we'll see any of them in the series. Will we get like mentions or Easter eggs of their names or their weapons or their suits or something like that? Maybe, maybe not. So my question to you, gentlemen, is, right, with the way this team is rounding out, female lead, Red Ranger, which we'll talk about in a second, because I've seen some real nasty and disgusting comments online about that, right? This reboot right now is looking like a 50-50 type situation where you got some fans really divided on this series. What do you think they need to do to win over the fandom, if anything?
Y'all boys can go first. One of y'all boys
Also,
can go first.
East Coast, I see you in the chat, East Coast, man. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you for coming through. And also, man, Game with Hex, Sean Malik is in the building. What's good with y'all, man? Please heart up the stream, like the stream, and we got a great show for y'all. Ben, talk to me. Rose.
So I think what they need to do is, number one, just have it written well, right? It doesn't matter who's cast. It doesn't matter. It's a female. It's a Latina. It doesn't matter. As long as it's written well, it will work. And then the thing is, they need to have not a hard push on nostalgia, but have callbacks, right? Have little things, little items that reference the show or reference, hey, This is the Morphin Grid. Hey, this is this. Like, have different callbacks from different shows that so they can all tie in, so we can be immersed in what we're watching. Um, and I think they should have a great villain. The villain needs to be imposing, menacing. Um, uh, he needs to have a good motive of what he wants to achieve. He can't just wants the world to blow up just because it's there. Um, and I think they need to have great suits. If anybody knows Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, all that, you have to have great, outstanding suits, good transformations. You know, have
Facts.
have have the transformations be nice and seamless. Let them show their face. Let it show the helmet. Go over there. Like, it needs all of that. And if they have that, they have the writing. If they have the villains good, the nice suits, good transformations, good villain, I think it'll be fine.
I think so. I think visually this has to be a masterpiece. This got to be visually one of the best Power Ranger products we have ever seen, including the 2017 movie. Because if you think about it, this is going to be a budget anywhere estimated from 10 to 12, even $15 million per episode, leading up to 8 episode series, potentially even more, which is a budget about 150 million. This got to be visually great. And I'm not talking about, I'm not gonna lie, I know we got a lot of people defending the 2017 movie, but to me, everything visually was nasty about that movie. I can't, like, I love the casting. I love everything almost about that movie, except for anything and everything that had to do with actual Power Rangers. The suits were ugly. If you thought the lips were bad on the Mighty Morphin suits, my God, the lips on the 2017 suits were even worse. Jesus Christ, the helmet
I
lips
don't
was,
like lips at all.
yeah, they was
On the
completely
helmet? What?
they
I
was
don't like lips
Mm-mm.
at
completely
all.
Nope.
disgusting, right? And then the Zords. The Zords was tolerable. You know what I'm saying? They was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if they would have been more nostalgic but modded, like I think something like how the Fortnite Zord looked. Like it would have been that much better, right? And then
Honestly,
Goldar
the
was
the
disgusting.
original the original Power Rangers movie Zord, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. It was serviceable. It could pass.
Exactly, and that's why I'm trying to say you need something serviceable. You need something where people are like, okay, the story is, the story is carrying, everything is else carrying, but when you got the suits looking crazy and looking very bad, like I'm gonna keep it 100. The 1995 suits was better than 2017. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. I honestly feel like the 95 suits were better than the 27, especially the White Ranger suit and the 95 suit. That right there
I ain't
is
gonna lie.
top
Them
notch.
95 suits was nice. Them
You know what I'm
95
saying?
suits was nice.
They was
Like,
Like
tough. They was tough.
if I was making a movie with Geo Era, I would, don't hate me for this. I would want to try to blend the 95 into 2017 and get a better styling of suits to make it look better, not as plain as 2017. Like, I liked the 20, don't get me wrong. I liked the 2017 suits, but I feel like they could have been better. I feel like they were just plain. It was just one solid color. It looked like a onesie, if we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
keep
real.
it 100, and people gonna hate me when I say this. I would have preferred a AI alpha that we might have just heard than seeing what the fuck they did to Alpha. Like
like
my God, Alpha was
I get what they tried to do for the 2017 movie because they were basically trying to be
Ernie.
add
Thank you for
more
the birthday
on
love.
they tried to add more onto like the alien technology side of things, like super high tech, futuristic alien technology. That's why, the command center looked that way. That's why Alpha looked that way. That's why the suits and the Megazords looked that way because they tried to push really hard on the it's alien technology from like another planet or another dimension. And that's why it looks so different than what we know. So they tried to give it a very like modern, like almost like MCU esque type of vibe that it just didn't really click with the fandom because we're so used to, how Power Ranger suits look traditionally for over a long time. That's why when we saw these new designs for the 2017 movie, we're all like, "Oh, that's different."
Yeah, and I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie, I could have dealt with the suits. It would really, it just kept taking me out little by little. It's like, okay, the suits, okay.
And the transformation was like I didn't it looked like Amy was saying, they wanted to do a alien type of nanotech type of, like it just comes over them. I'm like, no, that's not what I envisioned when I morph into a Power Ranger.
Ooh, somebody
Yeah.
made a good point on the show. They actually came out with toy morphers for the 2017 movie and never even used it in the movie, which was interesting. Somebody Google checked that because when they said it on the show, I thought that was very interesting for them to come out with toys for the morphers, but never actually used it in the movies. Matter of fact, if somebody could go on Google, get a picture of that, and send it in the Discord in the Morphin Grid section in the Discord. Now, well, like I said, it kept taking me out little by little, right? Because I was all in the 2017. We're gonna move on past the 2017 movie, but I just want to go through it real quick. But then they morphed, and it's like, okay, the suits. No, first Alpha. Alpha was like, whoa, what the? Okay, damn, they did my man dirty. But then you seen Zordon, and you thought Zordon was pretty cool because you got my boy from Breaking Bad on the screen, and he's surfing on the screen, going back and forth. I thought that was pretty dope, right? So I'm like, okay, you. It's like half and half right now. You lost me with Alpha, but you brought me back with Zordon. So then you got the training situation, you got the putties, and I'm looking at the putties, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? But then we get the
But the putties were rock. The putties were rock monsters.
The whole rock, yeah,
They
you're
were
right. You're
rock
right.
Yeah.
monsters. They
They just
You're
went
were
with
right.
a
rock
more
monsters. That's why I couldn't
realistic.
take nothing from it.
yeah. So
And they
that's why
went
I
with
was
a more
like, this is
realistic take.
interesting. So I left it
You are
alone.
right about that. You're right about that.
You know what I'm saying? I left it alone. But then I seen the Zords. I'm still like this. I'm looking at the TV just like this, like, okay. And then when Zordon came, I mean, not Zordon, but when Goldar came on the screen,
My God.
I said, get this shit the fuck off my TV screen right now, bro.
That was like the
Like
biggest disappointment.
it was that bad for me towards the end. You know what I'm saying? It had me in the whole first half of the movie. That's why I don't understand. Because I think for most people, it's backwards. It's like, okay, the first end of the movie was too long. They took too long to morph. I didn't like it, et cetera, right? They feel like the movie would have been a lot better if they morphed sooner. I feel like when they morphed, that's when things start falling off for me. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe that's a hot take, but I do feel like the best part of the movie was when they was unmorphed and they was building chemistry, and you got to see them develop as teenagers with attitudes, and it was pretty dope. But moving on, right? So we get a couple of casting announcements. Now one that just came up, I'm gonna slaughter this name, right? Is Nathaniel Bouchonari, something like that. I wish I could show y'all on screen. They say he's set to play the Yellow Ranger, which is interesting because they're going male. Let me see if I can show y'all on screen. This is the gentleman right here. Like I said, once again, big shout out to Legacy of Nerd. Hold on, let me see if I can show y'all. So he looks pretty dope though, man. He looks cool, like you know what I'm saying. So I don't
He looked like
Nathaniel
that martial
Boucher.
art kid. He looked like that martial art kid from Disney.
Corbin Blue? You talking about the High School Musical dude?
look. There goes his name right there.
Yeah, he was just a dancer. I don't even think Corbin Blue even knew any martial art, to
But
be
I think
honest.
that's pretty dope. Like, I think if they make the Yellow Ranger a male and the Red Ranger a female, I think it balances out the team. Everybody still gets what they want. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with it, to be honest. Now, as far as the disgusting comments we've seen online, listen, y'all. A lot of people,
Please
the
stop.
reason for the disgusting comments, right? A lot of people are thinking that what's shorty name? Peyton Elizabeth Lee is playing Jason and they're gender swapping. That is not the case, everybody. This is not a direct MMPR reboot. This is a new team. Hands down, we're getting a new team, and Peyton Elizabeth Lee is going to be a new character. So I couldn't understand if they was doing that. Then I'll be on that side with y'all. I'll be like, nah, come on, y'all can't make Jason like a girl. Like, that's weird. Like, calling her Jason, and that would just be weird to me. You know what I'm saying? But that's not this. So y'all are wilding out and bugging out for no reason, but it really shows the disgusting side of how people thought processes, especially in a Power Rangers community where it's been built and founded on diversity. Like it's founded on that since season one with the diverse casting. Since season one, episode one, even before episode one, the pilot episodes that you never shot, they had a Mexican Yellow Ranger.
Yep, in the bowling alley.
Exactly. The diversity has always been there. So it's like, my God, come on, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about let's go to Command Center. How do you feel about the disgusting remarks sent towards Peyton Elizabeth Lee?
Well, before my TikTok got banana, don't know why, but before my TikTok got banana again, I had a debate with a guy who was talking about that, and he was like, it's weird and wrong that we're doing a female for a Red Ranger. I was like, bro, if you understand the different continuities and different worlds, just like DC and Marvel, you know there's different continuities, there's different worlds, 616, 3899. It's just like that in Power Rangers also. I said if they're going this route, they might be going the route of Prime, because Prime had a red female ranger that was not Jason. I can't remember who played her in Prime, but
and Prime, that was Lauren Sheba.
It's Lauren Sheba.
Thank you. It was the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different continuity. It is not our continuity where we got Jason as the guy. It's the different other continuity. Like, this is what we're talking about. We need to stop trying to bash a show and then complain about why we don't get Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, first give the show a chance, give the movie a chance, and then give your critiques. Like, don't just start bashing it just because you hearing, oh, she's a female now. Well, if you read your comic books, shout out King Lion. If you read your comic books, you will know that there's continuities where the Red Ranger was a female a couple of times. You know.
That's a fact. Matter of fact, after Dawnstar gives us his answer, I'm gonna ask y'all a question about that. Igni, what's going on, man? What do you think about this whole situation?
Like, I just think it's so stupid. It's like, who cares that we have a Red Ranger as a female lead? Who cares? We've had it multiple times. In Samurai, when Jaden left and Lauren was Red Ranger for a while. Hell, even then in Cosmic Fury, when we had our first true official red female lead for the entire series, not just as a replacement. And also, we've had strong female Power Rangers. Sure, they haven't been the primary leader, but
hold
we've.
On 1 second, I'm sorry, Igni. Achilles was good, man. Hey, I seen you at the convention, man. You made me so jealous, man. I'm like, I wish I was there, man. You look like you had so much fun, man. But thank you for the birthday wishes. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Oh, don't make me mad, Flea. Hey, Damien, what up, man? Okay, go ahead, Igni.
No, but so yeah, throughout the entire franchise, we've had strong female Rangers. Sure, they aren't the leader per se, but they're not, they're not second fiddle either. So they pull their weight, some more than others. Sure, it all depends on the season and the story and the writing. But if you have a strong female lead, it doesn't matter whether it's as good as the original or not. If they can provide a good, solid story with a red female lead, hell, I'd watch it for sure. Just as long as it's a good story, the acting is well done, the cinematography, everything. As long as you have everything like bar for bar, everything is like comes out above average, like it's like good or above, then I think it would do well. So I honestly think those very, the hard
Right pumping.
stereotype and just the talking smack. I was like, oh, so you can't have a female Red Ranger because the Red Ranger is always male, and like, bruh, shut
Which
up.
is untrue. Which is untrue.
Which is
But
untrue because we've had
Untrue.
female leads,
Untrue.
and even in Prime
Alien
we have,
Rangers.
like we mentioned, Lauren is the leader of Prime, and even then, Rita became the Green Ranger and is also like co-leading the team, I believe. So like even in Prime, you have two female like leaders in that, one being a former villain. So it's like as long as you have solid, good story, who cares that the lead is female? Who cares?
And I'm not even gonna lie. If y'all have seen season 2 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the way Dan Schatz and Jonathan E. Steinberg have been writing the characters, especially the female characters for that show, and mind you, they're pretty young. I think Annabelle, is that the young woman's name? I think she's like 14, 15.
Annabelle.
14. I think she's 14 or 15. Yeah.
Annabelle is written so good. And then we got Thalia coming back in season 3. She's been written well and casted well. What was the one that went on the quest with Percy and them? My God, somebody help me in the chat. She was the one who went to recover the fleece, and she had an attitude with him the whole time, and they end up like linking up. Aries' daughter.
man.
What's Aries' daughter's name in Percy Jackson? My God, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name. She is also another well-written character. Very hard-headed, very stubborn, but very well-written. You at first you like, oh, here she come with her bullish, coming to start some trouble. But then you go rooting for her because she ends up adapting to the team and the writing with it. Man, it's well done. I love it. And like Hawkilly said, man, other females in the franchise like Jen Scott, she was no second fiddle. She was
Annabelle.
that show. That was her show.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie
Annabelle.
to you. The only reason a lot of people really like Wes and Eric, the Quantum Ranger, let's be honest, is because of the what's Eric Zord's the Q Zord
Q-Rex.
The Q-Rex Zord.
the Q-Rex Zord. Come on, man. It's hard to compete with that. So of course you're gonna be like, man, the Quantum Ranger is fire. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if it wasn't for that, Jen would have been mostly everybody's favorite. When it comes to female Rangers in general, red, blue, orange, green, purple, whatever, Jen is on the top of the mountains. She's one of the best characters. I'm not even gonna lie. In her defense, well, my opinion only. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's top 10 Rangers of all time. That's just because I'm a true Time Force fan and I love Time Force. But for me, I think like she's definitely top 10. She was one of the reasons why that show was so good. Mezagog was good with you.
Sure.
And also, Lauren Sheba in Power Rangers Prime Comics right now is my
Way better than Samurai.
I never gave a fuck about Lauren Sheba. I'm going to be honest with you. I never cared about that character. It was what it was for me. To me, I felt like she was a throwaway, a waste of time in Samurai. To be honest with you, I felt like her arc was done dirty. It's like, I don't even know what you brought her even into the fray for. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could have did all right without her. But in Power Rangers Prime, my God, she is so good. She got me spending like $30 extra just to get one of them incentive comic books with her face on it. Just how much I love her character herself. So I'm excited to see what they do with Peyton Elizabeth Lee. I think the show's going to be phenomenal. I'm still saying it even as of right now, January 29th, 2026. This is going to be the best Power Rangers project we have ever gotten. I'm still sticking on that. The only way I'm going to jump off this boat, because I'm going down with the ship, y'all. But the only way I'm jumping off of this boat, if I hear Disney is putting their hands on it for a money grab to sell toys. Then after that, it's like, come on, man. Like, now my question goes from that. I want to talk about RJ's interview. going back to the 2017 movie. RJ was just on an interview. I forget the gentleman's name. Excuse me in the chat because I do like to provide the source of where we get these topics from. But he was on a recent interview with someone, and that person asked them about the Power Ranger reboot, and he said, "Hey, man, we were supposed to do something like the MCU. We were scheduled to do 6 movies with Tommy, you know, teased at the end of the first. So the sequel was gonna have Tommy in it, and then they was probably gonna round out the trilogy and then start another trilogy, and we was gonna get a complete 6-movie saga. Now, my thing is, right, of course, from movie 1, they was doing something completely different, right? Do you think if it would have got a sequel, do you think that the studio would have listened and changed what people were mostly complaining about? Or do you think they was like, you know what, we don't even want to do all that, so we're just going to pull the plug on it? Why don't y'all think, because it did all right. It wasn't a flop. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's call a spade a spade. The movie wasn't a burnout. It wasn't a flop where they lost millions of dollars. Why do you think that the sequel and this saga of movies never happened?
I think it's of a lot of reasons, but I think the biggest reason is they didn't get the profit they were expecting to get. Even though it wasn't a flop, even though it did okay at the box office, they didn't receive the monetary value that they were expecting to receive. Because like Iggy was saying earlier about how everything was set up to be like and when we watched that interview and we remember how the movie was going, it was setting up to be like that. How they established the characters early on. That's why they spent a whole hour establishing the characters, establishing their, who they are, and then they were like, oh yeah, we'll worry about the powers and the stuff already because we're planning something bigger, we're planning more. And I think that the CGI of it, of the Zords, of Alpha, of Goldar. And I think it was something behind the scenes with Saban and with the design of the Megazord, and there was some things behind the scenes that's going on with that, with Super Sentai and all that kind of stuff. And I just think that they were expecting something more, and they were setting up to be like an MCU, but it just didn't go the way they planned it to go.
His name was Joe Volpis.
Joe Voltage?
Volpis.
Volkis.
V-U
Hey, big
Vol
shout out to
V
Joe Volkis.
VULPIS.
Hey, big shout out to that man. Wonderful interview, by the way, man. I've always wanted to see what their takes were, and to have RJ on there because it looks like he really had a passion for it. You know what I'm saying? It looks like he was ready for it, man. It looks like he was excited. So I'm kind of bummed out that we didn't get that. Imagine that's what the Disney team was about. Like they get their powers. Like that would be fire if they brought the 2017 cast back.
6 movies.
Be fire.
You got the season 1 MMPR, season 2 MMPR, season 3 MMPR. So that leaves 3 movies with what that we could have got, but we criticized the first movie that made them stop doing the other 5 movie. That leaves we could have did Turbo, we could have did Zeo, we could have did Lost in Space. If he didn't want to do them 3 in order, that was following 6 movies. Because if we're doing 6 movies, they literally going to follow the MMPR season 1, 2, and 3. We stop at 3. After 3, we go into what? Turbo.
I think
they could have wrote Turbo better.
Next trilogy would have been Turbo. I think the second movie would have literally been a remake of Evil and Green, or Evil and Green. I think Tommy would have got introduced. More likely, he would have been the foe instead of he would have been the big bad for that movie, right? And then I think in part 3, he would have ended up joining the team maybe as the White Ranger because, the green suit probably got damaged in the second movie. So then you get the White Ranger's suit in the third movie, And then I'm right. I think in the next trilogy of movies, we probably would have got, Turbo and then Zeo, and then maybe they would have ended it in space somehow or something like that. It would
That
have
would
been
have been
pretty dope
that
to
would have been
see.
cool. That would have been so cool. Then everybody would have got what they've been asking for. Oh, how about we do something fresh? Well, if you would have gave, even though it wasn't all of that, if you would have gave them the opportunity fix to fix what they did out of their first movie, second movie could have been better. Third movie could have even been better. And then boom, they could have made Turbo better. They could have made Zeo better. They could have explained Zeo better. They could have explained Turbo better. And please, God, let's not add TJ in there. We could have, we could have, we could have, we could have, you know, we could have had everything. Like, see, my whole point of 2017 was we could have got everything that everybody asked for, but yet you criticize a movie that people first time ever doing a Power Ranger movie, you criticize them so bad. They felt so down they didn't want to do another Power Ranger movie ever again. They literally I watched that interview. They literally said they would never do another Power Ranger script in their life because of the criticism that the Power Ranger fandom gave them. Like, you don't have to like it, but you don't have to bash them either, bro. Like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, yeah. As a fan, you should want to put in input to help to make stuff better. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just, you
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? We're all fans of these superheroes and different stuff like that, and we be mad when stuff come out not to our liking. But it's not right to bash nobody for messing up the first time. That's probably their first Power Rangers movie. That's probably their first time doing some shit like that. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and it discouraged some of the cast from even doing it again. Because let's talk a little, not to stray off of Power Rangers too much, but look what they did with girl from Star Wars that was in, what was that show called?
Soka.
No, not Ahsoka, the one that got canceled.
the
Acolyte.
acolyte.
The Acolyte. Look what they did with Shorty. She went on
Mm,
a rant. You could tell she was hurt. She was genuinely hurt by that. And she's young. Shorty just coming off of the Hunger Games was one of her recent joints. She was real young in that. So to go online and some of these young people, they're constantly online, to care if they famous or not. Like, no shade. Look at Kevin Durant. This nigga, he'll jump on a burner account to argue with a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they
Thanks.
be on the internet and they see some of these nasty comments. And just imagine you going under a post and not seeing one, two, but hundreds, maybe even thousands of comments. Oh, she's disgusting. Why is she on the show? Why did it make it about? They even bring up race into it. Nobody wants to see that. And it makes people like,
Just
what? I'm never dealing with this shit again. I'm not doing no science fiction or superhero stuff. And unfortunately, we lose great actors behind it. Ben, it seems like you want to say something. Go ahead, tell me what's on your mind.
Man, it just makes me mad, bro, when people get online and bash these actors and people that they are really given a script and they just have to act that part. They're not writing it. They're not producing this. You know what I'm saying? It's other things that like you said about the acolyte. That like Now, Acolyte was a horrible show, right? But because it was not written well, and the pacing of the show and the lore, and they kind of switched stuff around, that's why it was a bad show. Not because of Amanda Sandberg's performance or how anybody felt about her or Kathleen Kennedy or the other woman that was the head of the show. It doesn't have to attach to them like that, and people just I don't know, man. People just have to just say stuff just to say stuff, man, to get clicks, you
Yeah, I
know.
think it's very unfortunate that we lost out on 5 Power Rangers movies. But shout out to everybody that's joining the chat, man. Happy birthday to your boy. We just ended up, did another trip around the world, man. So shout out to everybody that came through and showed the birthday love and all that good stuff. And
Woo,
Nitro comes
woo,
in the building. Nitro
woo.
makes it. What's good with you, gang? Appreciate you for coming through. Also, man, if you can, tilt your phone to the side a little bit for us, if you could. Um, Nitro made it right on time too because we're going into the second hour, and you know what the second hour is, man. The second hour is the Geo era coming up, man. So
Mm.
make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to show some love and become a member of the channel today, man. Clip that membership, man. It's about $2.99, $3.99 by getting a membership on the channel. That's the best way to support. We have multiple giveaways happening. Big shout out to Ruben. He won the last West joint, which is still right here in my face. It's not going nowhere. I believe I have two here. One is for my guy Ben, and the other one is for Ruben. So those are officially gone and taken. So, there's no more giveaways, but we do have a giveaway for Uncaped, my new comic book podcast that will be premiering this Monday with the writer of the new Marvel Cyclops comic book. And there goes the giveaway that we gave away, the Megazord signed by Steve Cardenas. Big shout out to him. Thank you so much, Ben, for being a supreme member of the podcast, man. Thank you so much. So if y'all want to get a membership, that's the best way to support. Or if y'all want to drop a super chat or leave a Cash App dono, Cash App, $ FleeboyJetson. All donations are appreciated, not obligated. But it is my birthday, so turn up for your boy one time. All right, now the second hour begins. We're going to start a little 5 minutes early. But we have Geo Era in the building. Command Center, Igni, Dawnstar, and Nitro is in the building. Some of the creators and co-creators of a fan project, Power Rangers, making of Geo Era. Now, I've been watching this develop since Geo Force. I've been watching when the page was made, when the conversations was sparked, when, the early morning streams were popping, and, the talks were, when the concept art was happening. So we've been here day one, moment one. So to finally have Geo Era on the podcast, man, is a beautiful thing. It's been a long time in the making. We're going to start with what I wouldn't know. I don't know, but I've been seeing Nitro and FTK since the start revving this thing up. So, gentlemen, I got to ask you, how did the concept come about, and how was this project birthed?
So, okay, how this project was birthed, the way we started the command center, it was strictly off, you know what I'm saying, just building everyone up, showing people out there in the fandom that it's a safe place where you can talk about what you want to talk about, never be judged about what you like, never be judged for anime, Power Rangers, etc. We wanted to show other communities that this is a safe haven to come in here. You won't be judged by your race, you know what I'm saying, how you look, how much you weigh, none of that. And then as we building this community, we have Igni coming in, me, Jet, Drizzy are the ones who started the command center, you know what I'm saying, with just us three. And then it started to bloom like a real flower. Like it really started to bloom, more and more and more people that I started to trust and like started to love like a family, brothers. Then you got Nitro coming in, Igni coming in, Reckless coming in. You know what I'm saying? Then we got B Rod that jumped in there. Then we had like other members that had jumped in the command center that helped me build all these gears to keep this running, to build this community, to show everybody what type of community we are. Damon comes, you know what I'm saying, out of the blue and was like, hey, we know that y'all building the command center up for this. How about you give your command center something else? You know what I'm saying? How about y'all do a project? You know what I'm saying? Like a different Power Ranger project. How about y'all do something different from everybody else and take two different Power Ranger seasons that already happened and combine them with Patara earrings? If y'all don't know what that means, them a fusion earrings from a DBZ. You know what I'm saying? And create our own show, which was Geo Force. And that's where the late nights came in. Me, Igni, and Nitro, the late nights, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Got to go to work the next day, or we just up. And then Drizzy, Reckless, they started to put in. You know what I'm saying? And we've been sprouting this dream ever since then. And Geo era has bloomed into something else, and it's really grabbing the attention of a lot of people. So you know, this this is something that I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep all off this bad boy.
And a lot of those late night meetings, they're pushing past like 6 a.m., even to the point that some of us were even pulling all nighters, and we had to start enforcing like bedtimes onto ourselves just to preserve our own sanity for the project.
Yeah. Myself being one of the first, I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
this is too much. Like, I gotta go to bed, and then
Don't
I
worry
even
about it,
gotta
bro.
work.
Hey, I'm not
But
gonna
yeah,
lie, man.
Like,
I love the dedication that y'all putting into it because I love passion projects, right? That's one of the reasons why I made this podcast. Because when I joined, it started with Facebook. I'm gonna be honest with you. TikTok, I found a little more, but being on Facebook and scrolling through some of the pages, right? The Power Rangers pages, you see so many fan projects, so much concept art, different ranges and stuff like that. So when I got on TikTok, it was a lot easier to, connect with some of the people that was making these projects. And, I thought like, hey, I love talking about Power Rangers. But one of the things I kind of, I'm more of a like, I like to like yap. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a whole yap session, right? But I don't like to yap by myself. Like I want to like talk to people about some of the passions that I have, right? So when I created this podcast and I said, man, I can get people that love to yap too. Maybe I can have them yap about their projects and we can have, a dialogue about so many different Ranger ideas because which we'll get into next, which is leading to my next question. How do some of these powers come about? The themes of these different Ranger teams, the different Ranger colors, the suits, the
That
Zords.
because I heard
All of these
Patara
things.
fusion.
Yeah, a fusion. Like, what is going on? So
that's
tell us
a
about
that's
that,
a
man.
that's a later. The Fusion Ranger thing is a later project. I can't drop that. I'm not going
All
to
right,
screw with that
hey,
right
that's we in spoiler territory. But what we could do, right? We could talk about the theme of Geo era. We could talk a little bit about the designs, where the designs came from. Big shout out to B Rod. I know he had a huge play on creating the designs and things like that. So run us through all that.
There you go,
So
Nitro.
obviously like with my age being right between like the millennials and the Gen Z and everything like that, I was like just barely on the cusp of growing up with the Mighty Morphin Rangers and Zeo and Turbo and all that. But after Turbo, Power Rangers kind of took a back burner and I moved on to DC and Marvel and all that. So a lot of my primary superhero knowledge came from the world of superheroes as a whole, not just Power Rangers. So when we were trying to create something new, fresh, and bold, I was trying to look not just within Power Rangers, but like within like what a superhero is in general. And to create such a dynamic team like that, I didn't want them to be limited to the same generic lore and power sets that a lot of teams would have, such as Mighty Morphin or even like Overdrive, RPM, things like that. So I combined the ball knowledge that I had from like various other superheroes like, Flash, Superman, Spider-Man. Like I basically pulled inspiration from all over the superhero verse. And I even incorporated that into my Ranger designs a little bit. Uh Now when we first started as this group, obviously I didn't want to overwhelm myself too much, so I tried to like, put out feelers here and there within the group, so just see like, hey, if you got any ideas, any little tiny thing that you want to see get put into the designs, let me know. I'll work them in somewhere because I already have like a general format of what I want. But if we want this to be something that like we can all see a part of ourselves in, give me something. Give me anything. I'll literally find a way to workshop it in there. So the first wave of suit designs that we went through, I was trying to think of what are some of the best ways that we can incorporate the two shows that we were not necessarily assigned to use, but the ones that we all kind of democratically chose as a team. And that was just kind of where that came from, but with my own modern twist on it based on what I knew about superheroes. I didn't want anything too clunky, too complicated, or overly designed like a lot of like superhero suits in live action you see today, with all the unnecessary padding, lines, armor, whatever. Some of the best designs come from the anagram KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. The simpler it is, the more easily recognizable it is, the more it's easier to draw, animate, to come to life because you're not having to over analyze all these little details. Um, but with my art process, I'm coming up with new ideas every day. And what I'm liking for the suits, for the helmets, for the weapons, like it all just kind of depends on what my current interest is, or if I see something new, like, ooh, I really like that. I want to put this like as a little detailing texture, like something. Like I'll find a way to put it in there somehow. And that's kind of where the second wave of costumes came out to be, was I found a way to simplify it, to give it a more like modern look, to kind of revamp what Zeo means to me, what Dino Charge means to me, and kind of reflect who we are as a team. I wanted something sleek, dynamic, something that flows, because my personal little touch in any costume I create, I want the eyes to flow down the suit. So you're taking in every single detail of the suit. So you're not just focusing on the chest piece. You're not just focusing on the helmet, like or the morpher or whatever. I want the suit to grab your attention and direct it all the way up and down the costume so that you can see everything. And so that really helped, especially with the color choices. With the color palette that I was given, that helped me pick out a lot of accent colors, trims, textures, whatnot, like that. So really, it was all of our inputs and the resources that I was given that kind of helped bring it to life into what it is now.
Hey, I love it, man. I wish I could show y'all some of the stuff on here. I gotta, you know what I gotta do, man? Don't worry, y'all. I'm working on it. I promise y'all. By springtime, the podcast will have dope transitions. It'll have a new overlay because y'all see it's kind of plain right now. Only reason it's plain because I really didn't know how many was showing up because FTK was like, "Hey man, we got like 8 niggas coming through," and it went from 8 to like 3. So we finally trimmed it down. You know what I'm saying? And he told me that 3 people was coming through today, so we end up getting 3 coming on the show. Now, in the future, I'm gonna have a slot. I don't care. We have Dino Charge coming in this bitch. If there's 11 Rangers coming in here, we're gonna have a slot for 11 Rangers in the future. So we're working on new overlays. We're working on transitions. We're working on new emotes for the chat and giveaways and stuff for the membership. So make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that like button. So hey, matter of fact, East Coast, when you get the pack up here, you can bring the whole damn pack and some. You know what I'm saying? So we are working on a lot of things right now on the podcast. But I want to go back to the suits, right? Because it sounds really complex, right? Nitro, like you want the whole suit to be focused on, not just the chest piece or the helmets, right? Now, what is the end goal for this project is going to lead to my next question. Are you thinking comics? Are you thinking live action? Are you thinking animation? Where are we going with this? All 3?
All 3 would be
Woo!
the dream, but in the long term, something that would be like kind of budget friendly, and thinking in a more longevity type of sense, I definitely think comics and animation would be something to help keep Geo Era alive. And then when we have more room in the budget, obviously, live action shows, movies, whatever, that'll like that trifecta will be the ideal goal. But like, say we finish the show, say we finish making all the movies we want to make, I definitely want to pursue the whole comic book and animation aspect of it to kind of just keep Geo Era in the running, so it's not just kind of put in the vault like a lot of the other shows.
Facts. I
Man,
agree
Mhm.
with that.
I agree, man, because you got to start somewhere, right? and you gotta keep things alive. I'm not even gonna lie to you, right? Whenever you have a project, that's why I was talking to Ricky, man. Big shout out to Ricky. But I was talking to Ricky the other day, not trying to self promote or throw my Power Rangers in there because this is all about Geo era. Don't get me wrong. But I told Ricky, bro, you got to start giving me something. I don't care if you draw just a hand. And give me a hand to show motherfuckers something like, you know what I'm saying, to let them know we working, we got things in progress. So I do agree with you. Like, no matter what it is, if you're showing a suit, if if you're giving out lore, if you're talking about the Zords, the more content you do, the better. And I think that's why some fan projects have worked better in the past, because it's like every other day or every week you're getting something from that project that's keeping people on their toes and anticipating what's next. So I think that's something that y'all are doing very well, because whenever I see FTK jumping around in the motherfucking video, I know some shit about Geo era about to go on. You know what I'm saying?
thanks,
Whenever I see that
thanks to
motherfucker jumping
Nitro
like
and
this,
Igni.
I know
Thanks
he
to
about to
Nitro
get.
and Igni.
I know he cooking. So now let me ask y'all, how far along are we into the process of getting something?
give me, give me 3 months. Not even 3 months. Give me 2 months, and you'll have all 8 morphers.
Oh,
That's fire. So I will ask y'all a question, right? So you're thinking about doing comic books at first. You think comic books is the way to go. Have y'all looked for artists, or are y'all looking at artists? And if so, what are y'all thinking? Like a mini series, 5 issues, or ongoing? Because some of these things cost bread, right? Because right now, no lie, I paid, no exaggeration, gentlemen, I paid 3,000 for just one issue for a comic book. You know what I'm saying? So, FTK, talk to me.
Is the last guy I talked to that I was talking to about comic books, his cheapest price was like $50 a page.
How was the quality?
The quality was good. It was quality of like DC comic books, because he said he's been doing this for like, I want to say 25 plus years, he said, because all he do is do comic books for other people's. He said his dream and his goal is to be the biggest comic book drawer, and for other people. Like, he don't do his own comic books. He like doing comic books for other people.
Indies?
And he said, I think so. I think so. And he said his cheapest price is $50 a page.
That's not
That's not
bad.
even
That would
fronting.
drop yours to 1,500 a issue. Because right
Yeah.
now I'm getting 100 a page. That's why mine's is 3,000. So if you're thinking about the 30-page issue, it's gonna be like 1,500 a issue, which is very good. And I'm excited, man, because I love comic books. That's my passion. So whenever you have Power Rangers and comic books in both mediums, I'm like this. Give me, give me.
And
So
then I got this genius right here, Iggy, with he writes lores, he writes the stories, he writes the continuity, he writes what's happened, like he writes what goes on in the continuity. So everything that y'all always say, oh, we want to please the younger audience, we want to please the older audience, Iggy has that for y'all. Like, we want to please every audience, not just the young, not just the old. We want the entire audience. That way, everybody could be in ooh and ah with this story that Igni came up with. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of our ideals here and there for like little pieces of puzzles for his bigger puzzle.
And we've even worked out a sort of structure to where, like, obviously since we're gonna be trying to gear towards both audiences, younger and older. We've worked out a sort of structure to where, like, if something's too adult for someone's kids to be watching, they can obviously skip that episode and still not miss any crucial points of the plot, and they can still keep the story going. So that way, no matter where you really pick up, the story still makes sense. It keeps going without dropping pace.
nice. Okay, before we
like
get
that.
to Igni, Ben, do you got something you want to say?
Yeah, about to say, so you guys were saying that you guys took the inspiration for GeoForce from two Power Ranger shows. What shows were they and why those shows?
So
We
I actually
chose,
accidentally said the two already. If you're when I was
yeah.
explaining the
Oh,
design
yeah,
of
you
the
said you said
team.
Okay.
you said you said Dino Charge and Zeo, right?
Zio, yeah. So
Yeah.
those were the two that us in the original team had kind of come up with. Because trust me, we debated like several different shows within Power Rangers history, but honestly, Dino Charge and Zeo were some of the two that were like the most drastically different from each other that still had the potential to merge well at the same time. And we thought that would be a great challenge to kind of like combine the two and see what we could just make out of it just by throwing random shit together.
Hmm.
All right, so Igni,
We
we
got,
we on you, right? When it
Hmm.
when so you're like the driving force to the creative side of this story, right? You're the one coming up with the lore and the story and most of that stuff. That's where the story comes in at. Now,
Hmm.
I see it in your face. It screams, I'm tired, motherfucker. Let me sleep. Right? Because I'm pretty sure these guys been draining you and having you hit that drawing board a couple of times. But what do you think has been the most fun about this project? What's been the most
Woo.
like exciting that you had, throughout this whole process? Or what's been the most exciting part of this story throughout this project?
Oh,
Process. I can't even talk.
everything is exciting about it. Everything is exciting. Because for me, like I've been like writing stories, like fan fictions and stuff like that since like 2019 or even beforehand. 2019 is like official like publications. But yeah, for me, coming up with a new story, it's always so creative. It's always so entertaining. But having such a concrete story actually like get out of like the creating room and actually like go full throttle. Let's actually go do a sitting down writing episode for episode. That is when it gets exciting because for me and like a lot of us, whenever we're playing like role playing games and we spend like 100 hours in the character customization and yet we barely play the game, but we make like hundreds of different characters and it's like but it's like the one that we like and we're like that's the one. And
Mm-hmm.
so for me, the just the entire process has been super entertaining. Like coming up with like picking the two ranger teams to combine to turn into something, and even then, that first late night live that we had like 3 4 months ago, that was the initial concept that we had was completely different because when we started about it, we wanted to fully like go into like the aspect of Dino Charge that it was like oh that it's like very prehistoric, right? Like the theme is like very prehistoric, like the animals that the rangers call upon are very prehistoric, dinosaurs, stuff like that. So we started with that, but then we all kind of brought up the whole concept of like that dinosaurs and the prehistoric theme is one of the most popular and the most reused themes for rangers ever, aside from like animals and ninjas and vehicles. But so that was kind of like a little bit of a takeaway that we had for it. But then when we started divulging into like, what about just like some normal animals, but animals that haven't really been used that much in Rangers? And we have a bunch of animals that and creatures that haven't really been used in Rangers. At least there are some that have been used. I will give it that. I'm not saying, oh, these are all completely new animals, haven't been done before. No, we have a couple that, are quite popular or have been used in previous series before, but there are some that have actually never been used before. So it was very interesting in that creative aspect. And also creating the deep lore. I'm still surprised how vast of a backstory I'm like not just me, but everyone else has managed to create because as I said, same as Naito from the very beginning, that like this is a team effort. So every single time any one of us on the team has some creative drive or creative narrative that they want to see implemented in the story, or they're like, hey, I think this would be really cool to do. I always say, come to me. We'll talk about it, we'll discuss it, and we'll figure out a way to do it. And multiple times on live, in Sav's live, we'll just be talking about it, and next thing you know, we just go into like brainstorming mode, and we'll literally just have a whole session about brainstorming and just us coming with ideas, and even the chat will give in their 2 cents. Oh, what if you do this, or what if you call it that? And so it's not just us helping create the series, but also the community as well. And it's just so fun seeing that dynamic between everyone, and also creating the individual characters, creating the villains. I love me a good villain. And so it's so entertaining to create such rich villains, because
let's talk
you
about that. Let's stop right there. Let's talk
I
about
knew
the
it.
big
Yeah,
bads
this
of
is
the
the
show. Let's
Oh,
talk about
Lord.
some of the
Yes,
villains.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Lord.
cooking, because I see you want to talk about it. You like, yes, the villains.
Hey, FTK started laughing, knew we was about to go.
Yeah, you know, once I
Yeah.
heard that giggle, I said, "Oh, turn up. Let's talk about these villains." And Reckless, thank you for the birthday love. Shout out to everybody in the
See,
chat.
Sav,
Please don't forget to
I
like,
can't play
comment, and
poker with you, bro. You
subscribe,
got no
man.
poker
Hit
face,
that
but you
like
keep
button,
letting shit
share the
slip.
stream, and show some love, man. All right, so Iggy, man, let's talk about this villain, man. Who's the big bad?
Oh. I knew the second that I mentioned, oh, like, these villains, I knew Sav's, I'm not looking at the screen really much, but I could feel Sav's just big ass grin. I'm like,
Excuse me.
yeah, I know where this is going. So our big bad for the series is Lord Tyrannos. And
Tyrannos?
Tyrannos, yes. And he is one of, if not one of the most powerful villains in Ranger continuity, considering that he is far more ancient than the likes of Lord Zed, Rita, and like so many of like the famous like Ranger villains, that this man, I wouldn't really call him a man because he's something completely else, but he really transcends. And the way that we've incorporated his story and how it links to everyone's, and how just the way that we've just designed him as a villain, and how his powers and abilities works, and even his monsters are quite unique, and just his MO is completely like, it's super exciting. How like the monsters of the week are like, currently, because we have the big bad, we have the generals that work under him.
I was just about to say them generals, man, because you got a
And
good villain, you gotta have you a great general, dog. You gotta
Hey, I
have.
didn't smile this time, Nitro. I didn't smile this time.
And well, we don't have one general, we have four.
I actually have the first one fully drawn, colored, shaded, everything right now.
Mhm.
I mean, I can probably show it to you guys right now. I don't know how
let us
well
see
it'll show
some,
up.
man. You know,
Oh, show us, sneak
Oh,
peek.
Let us
hey,
see
hey,
some.
I don't know how well y'all gonna be able to see it, bro.
Oh, that's tough. Joker got the Egyptian like Anubis. That's tough.
So that is Damien Foe. And he is Lord Tyrannos' top general. He is the number one, the second in command.
Mm.
And all of the generals, how they came in to be, are pretty interesting, because their origins are, again, very ancient. And hell, even their stories in between, from way back when they were first created to when the series actually takes place in terms of the timeline, they actually helped like shape history, actually like real life history. And like they had a big influence that a lot of people believe is like, oh, this is like, it's all about mythology, it's all history, all that stuff. It's like, but the fact that we made him like looking Anubis is because essentially he is what inspired the Egyptians to create their gods.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah. And because of like little tidbits like that, I plan to include little Easter eggs that hint at those types of origins and histories like within their designs. So like for our Damien, our general right here, what I've decided was I created an entire custom alphabet for this character. And so in the belt, you'll see that
Which
I made a custom alphabet that like right here. Oh shit, I still
I
entered it
seen it.
off. My
That shit
fault.
was tough.
Right here, it's gonna spell out Anubis to us. But like in this ancient language that Damien speaks, the closest translation that'll like to tell people his name, the closest translation will only read Anubis. And that's where the Egyptians are gonna start to create the lore and the myth of the Egyptian god Anubis and like what all he stands for.
That's
So
hard.
like you know how
it's
Anubis is like the god
dope.
of death,
Phase
protection,
verse. Thank you
passage,
for
stuff like
coming
that.
through and thank you for the birthday
All
wishes.
that will be based off what they see Damien doing like in ancient Egypt and how he interacts with the world, the people, all that. Like all that will shape the myth of
Mm-hmm.
Anubis. So it's like kind of like
I'm getting
Marty
some
McFly becoming your
eternal.
own grandfather, or like the chicken or the egg scenario, like which is gonna come first. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
where this is gonna come in. So with every general that I create and draw up, I'm gonna include little Easter eggs like that that tie into their lore and backstory.
I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna
It
front.
sounds
You
like some
are really
Marvel Eternal shit
cooking.
going on over here, dog.
Hey, you are
You know, it
cooking.
kind of does. It kind of does give a little bit of Eternals that it's kind of, in a way, yeah. Honestly, that is the first time I've heard that comparison. And the more I think about it, I'm like, actually, yeah, you're right. It is very like Eternals
When y'all
because
was, yeah, man. What?
Jeez.
Even,
for
even when, oh, even my bad, Iggy. Even
okay.
when, even when you get Tyrannos, and what him and his people did is the reason why we get to seven cuts in this also.
Yeah. So it's
And
like
that's
Yeah,
something we
you
haven't
yeah,
really
think,
shared online either.
yeah.
hmm
I just want
yeah,
to drop
that
just that
because
little part for
you
y'all.
think that, oh, it was the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. No, no, that's what historians like have you believe. It's kind of like the dinosaurs are fake. No, they were real. But
Mhm.
what killed them off and what terraformed Pangea, the one central giant continent, into seven, is not what you think. It's all due to what happened millions of years ago with Tyrannos and his people.
Yep.
Yeah,
And there'll even be an in continuity reason for why each of the seven continents has their own different like kind of climates and ecosystems too. Like it's not
Like
just random
that.
by region. It's gonna be
Like
like there's gonna be a
that.
reason for it too.
Mhm.
Bruh.
I,
Nah,
And
y'all are cooking. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Command Center. I might have to steal your writers team. I might have to. I need some shit, man. Nitro and Dawnstar, man. DMs are open 24/7, man. I might.
Hey, let me know.
mine too.
N- not
Hey,
only
man.
we got helmet concept art, we got ranger suit art, like we got weapons concept art, and all of that right now as well. We have concept for all eight rangers. The core five rangers have their own morph. The sixth, seventh, and eighth ranger each have their own different morph, and we
Mhm.
all we have all of that.
And believe it or not, we have two of the core five helmets printed out as we speak. Like two of them actually exist in real life.
That
Mhm.
is so fine. Also, excuse me, y'all. If y'all see me, I keep looking down. One is because that's how I'm watching the chat because it's on my phone. So the only way I can read the chat if I look down for one, and two, I'm getting spammed with birthdays and happy
Do
messages and
your
stuff
thing.
like
Do your
that. So
thing, gang. Do
You're
your
yeah,
thing.
good.
so don't think I'm not paying attention because I am.
Do
And
your
I'm
thing.
definitely hyped about this. Now, let me ask y'all a question, right? Going to the Geo era side of things. So we got a lot of information that I didn't even know about. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This actually, I don't want to say this because I love so many people out there, but this story wise has been my favorite fan project so far.
It means a
Has
lot,
been
bro.
my
We've put a
favorite
lot of hard
Mhm.
fan
work into it.
project that y'all have can, and this is no disrespect because we had a lot of projects come up here. We had Guardians of the Orient Crystal, we had tier stuff, we had Spaz stuff, we had Mentos Force, we had bunch of stuff come up here, right? This hands down, story wise, has now officially has taken the spot for my favorite and most anticipated. So, fellas, please do not let me down.
Oh
Do
no.
not let
And
me down. Don't.
what's even funny about it is and sorry to cut you off, but
Nah,
the
go
funny
ahead,
thing
my
is
brother.
that
It's your time to shine. It's your platform right now. I'm just borrowing it.
it's your channel. It's okay.
Sorry, excuse me.
But it's funny. It's like, oh, what you've heard. It's like, bro, what we've just told you here. That's the whole like the iceberg like conspiracy like theory like whole thing. Like that's not even like that's just like
Yep.
the tip top of the iceberg. That's not even like the actual body of the iceberg, let alone what's actually underwater. That's nothing.
We barely
That's
cracked open the
nothing.
bottle. We haven't even started pouring
Oh,
yet.
we're,
Y'all,
we're still like fiddling. We're still finding the bottle opener. We have the bottle in
y'all,
front of me. We're just fiddling with it.
y'all got me with that different continents and
Mhm.
and having their own climate and that's immersiveness. That's like when
Mhm.
you go into a different place, you got to learn that people's culture, how they work, how they move. It's like, man, that's world building. That's
Yeah.
that's fire, dog.
Yeah,
I
I
For
got you,
our
Flea
four
Wanna
Boy,
like
generals, each
because
one.
let me see if
oh
I can
sorry.
find
Excuse
it.
me.
Hmm. That for our
Is-
generals, each one had a shaping in some form of like culture or history and mythology from like different continents. Damien, as you showed, he had, he basically is what initiated and pretty much helped
Mhm.
blossom the Egyptian culture and the Egyptian mythology. Uh, another general, he was basically the inspiration for Dracula.
Oh,
So it's
Which
because of him is what spewed the legend of Dracula and vampires and stuff like that. We have
some Vlad
another.
Impales.
He that was just like the name that the humans gave him basically. Um, we have another villain that she was basically like the inspiration for like the boogeyman, that she, or like kind of like your worst fears, like all the supernatural like shit, Baba Yaga, like all of these like basically the scary women in
Mhm.
like a lot of mythologies. And she also had a big shaping in like Japanese culture as well. um and then our last general, he had a lot of, actually, the last general is the one I'm most excited for because he has an indirect connection with another Ranger team, with another Ranger show's
in
history.
continuity, like a Ranger
Mhm.
team. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes, because he existed around medieval times.
I like that. So, like from what you
That's
just said,
actually
right? I
my
got to
second. I know that's my third most anticipated one because I really like Damien, but so obviously the Dracula one's gonna be my second favorite because I'm all about that gothic shit. But the Renaissance type one, the medieval times, that's gonna be like my trifecta, my DC Trinity, if you will. That's gonna be like my little thing.
Mhm.
So
So I
But
got a
that's
quick
another
question, right?
thing. Oh, sorry, my fault. I didn't mean to cut you
I'm
off.
not. Oh no, no, you good, man. I just had a like quick question because he said of a general having a indirect with another team, and like me as a fan of like Power Rangers, I've always liked it when they did the team up or the mix up episodes, right? When they get like a different Ranger team from another show coming in and they have a battle and then they end up teaming up in the end, right? What Ranger team or what not, I could say fan made Ranger team or Power Ranger team in continuity would you guys think that Geo Era would be best to team up with or to go up against?
See,
Hmm.
that's the beautiful thing about Geo Era. Because of our eighth Ranger, the Diamond Rhino Ranger, because of him, he he used to live inside of the Morphin Grid. It's a story.
that's
It's a
hard.
story about him, that because of his parents, I'm going to skip a little part, put him in the Morphin Grid,
That's fire.
and, and that is our
I
Diamond
seen that
Diamond
joint.
Rhino Ranger. and that is his weapon. Oh yes, our weapons are sentient like Saba.
Oh, like
Mm-hmm.
Saba.
Each each Ranger's weapon is sentient like Saba because we also writing a story behind Saba for our weapons when his head got, you know,
Mm.
his power had separated down into these other eight ancient weapons, reawoken, found their rangers. But our rangers do not get these weapons right off bank. We don't want to just have that season to where we just hand our rangers everything. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
You a
Yeah.
ranger, so here you go. Yeah, we
But
don't want
just
that.
know, but just know that each weapon will be specifically unique and crafted for each individual ranger. Like they can't just like grab a random weapon like that. You'll know they're specifically coded for each ranger, and because they're designed uniquely to work in tandem with their abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I want to ask
Like,
y'all, right?
okay.
How many rangers in total are there? And will there be
8.
any secret rangers to come out of, you know what I mean, out of the blue? So you got 3 special type.
No, you
Yeah,
got three
there's
So
special types.
there's a total of
core
8
5.
rangers. 3
8.
of them being
Mm.
Rangers 6, 7, and 8. Those are kind of like our special rangers. And
But to
whether or
answer your
not we
question, yes
to
and no.
end, yes, well, to answer your question of whether or not we have a secret ranger or like a future edition. Hmm,
Okay,
You
okay,
got to wait and
okay.
find out.
It's a okay. Okay.
it's
Well,
something to look forward to. I'll give you that.
well,
This
we did say we was going to give Flea Boy a special something because it is his
Yeah, I
birthday,
need
but
an exclusive, man.
Mm-hmm.
One
we
time
just
Yeah,
for
didn't
one time.
decide. We didn't
so
decide what we wanted to give him in the
but
community.
if that is what you want to know,
Hold on. Look, this is what
well,
y'all
hold
do.
on.
All
Let's see
text
if we
each
can
other.
get you to guess.
Hold on. Look, Nitro. This is what y'all do right now. Text each other real quick, right, and be like, "What's gonna be the Voice of the Hero exclusive? What are we gonna show? What's gonna be our Voice of the Heroes exclusive?" And while y'all do that, right, we're gonna get into our fun questions, right? Because we got another, I want to say, 24 minutes with y'all gentlemen, right? So I want to get into our universal questions. So while y'all talk about that, I want to ask y'all, what are your top 5 Power Rangers shows of all time? And when I mean not even of all time, you can only pick 5 and the rest of the franchise gets deleted. So
Ooh.
hmm,
if you can
Ooh,
only have 5 Ranger shows, what 5 would they be?
okay.
Chat, let me know y'all
Um,
answers in the chat too.
I'm gonna drop one. Let my teammates go, and that's how we're gonna get our 5. That's cool.
Mm.
I bet. That's cool.
Um, show one. Show one. Mm, mm, give me Time Force. I'll take Time Force.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Good one.
my first draft is it's got to be Mighty Morphin, bro. It's the one that started it all. Without them, we wouldn't have any of these other ones. I feel like you really can't talk about Power Rangers without Mighty Morphin being within that same conversation. And anytime I'm feeling the nerve to go back and rewatch some stuff, Mighty Morphin's at the top of that list. It's too iconic. You can't set a bar and then not try to reach that bar every time. Like it's something to strive for. I feel like Mighty Morphin is just so special for the community as a whole. Because that's what got so many of us onto Power Rangers and making our own projects on top of that.
Wait, hold on.
So
I
that's my
know
first
I'm
pick.
not seeing y'all made y'all own alphabet fucking
Yes.
language.
They done made
yeah,
a
Yep.
Game of Thrones
I
language, bro.
wasn't
They done made
lying.
they
I
done,
wasn't lying. I made a whole alphabet.
that
and
is
that's
Like
something
dope.
we
we both
have,
worked on the
Drop a
alphabet
like we
together.
have our
bomb for
own
that.
language.
I gotta drop a bomb for that, bro.
I'm sorry, Nitro. I had to show your work, Gage.
Hey,
I'm
you're
sorry.
all good, bro. I'm sorry.
My
And y'all
God.
can't already tell I am a little sick. I'm starting to get over it, so you're gonna have to excuse me. I'm gonna be coughing a bit. I'm trying my best to mute, but you know.
Nah, you good, my brother. You good. All right, so we got Mighty Morphin Time Force. Y'all got 3 more. Dawnstar on you. You pick the third.
For me, it's my all-time favorite Power Ranger season. That's Jungle Fury.
All right, y'all got two more to round this off. Every other franchise gets deleted. Command Center is on you, and then Nitro's gonna end it off.
Give me. I'll take Mystic Force. I'm not gonna hold you.
See that puts the hard part on me now because for me I feel like there's only two logical choices left. I feel like for me it's got to be SPD. I feel like it's got to be SPD.
I'm not mad at that because SPD is my favorite. I keep saying it. I'm not even gonna lie. For my birthday, I was looking at a SPD kit with the sword, the blaster, and all that for like $289 on eBay. I'm like, this. I kept wanting to press the button on it. It had the Kruger joint and all that, the shadow sword and all that. And that's the Ranger. That's the exclusive. Hold on, what are you showing over there? Oh, he's showing all the Rangers.
No, yeah. So those are the designs for our core Rangers. So the first one was our White Quartz Ranger, and that was the leader of the team.
With the three-section style.
Mm-hmm.
And the ring being your morpher. The ring is your morpher.
It's dope. I like that helmet. That helmet is fire, and that belt.
So you get jewelry.
Our
I make them
amethyst.
morphers, man. Make sure y'all get me right. I mean, I better have some hardware on my finger, FTK, man.
So you have the.
Keep going. Let me see the rings. I'm just interested in the rings right now, man. Let me see.
So you have the amethyst beetle. This is the emerald crocodile.
Emerald crocodile.
It's dope.
With the
double like croc blades. Yeah, that's dope.
What else you got for me?
The amber titanoboa.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then we have our aquamarine deer.
That's hard. I remember when y'all was making her, y'all was talking about the slingshot.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the obsidian bear.
Let me see the ring on that, because I can't see the ring on that.
Oh, Nitro didn't make the rings for the 6, 7, and 8 yet. We didn't know how
the ring for that one when y'all make it, man.
Say less.
Get me right, man.
Then we have brass lion.
Black fur on his shoulder. Oh, that's fire. He got that Daishi thing going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like it.
And then lastly, diamond rhino.
Hey man, y'all cooked. I love the designs, man. That's fire. All right, y'all. So now we're coming up to the Mount Rushmore of Red Rangers. All right, so now we're gonna go through this. We can go. It's up to y'all. But let me see what's that. Oh, that's the crocodile hand, right?
Yeah, that is the first preliminary sketch of the customized morpher for the Green Crocodile Ranger.
And Nitro, you've been drawing all this yourself?
Yep, I have. I've been the sole artist for the group.
My God, you know what's crazy? I feel bad now, right? Because I credit B-Rod and the whole...
Well, B-Rod was a big influence. Don't get me wrong. He was a big influence. He just hasn't drawn anything himself. He's just been helping me kind of figure out some designs and whatnot. I just been the one actually, putting the pen to paper or pencil to screen, so to speak.
Nah, you got to get the credit for it, my brother. Man, congratulations on that, man. You did some phenomenal art, the lore between you and Dawnstar, Command Center, you putting this whole thing together like the glue. Man, my brothers, I salute y'all, man. I can't wait to see what y'all do with Geo Era. Y'all got to keep me in the loop when the project comes out and we get a trailer or a sneak peek or something. Y'all more than welcome to come back on the show. Now, real quick.
Trailer coming soon.
Let's get these Mount Rushmores out the way. Command Center, what is your Mount Rushmore of Red Rangers?
Give me. I don't care what nobody say. You got to give me Tummy. I don't care if it's Zeo or Turbo. Tommy is always going to be the best Ranger ever. He's literally done it all. Been bad, been good, been
Tommy is
leader,
my
been
goat too.
teacher. Like he's been everything. So give me Tommy, give me give me Leo, give me Cole, give me um give me
You got one
what's his
more.
name? Uh old boy from Time Force, Red Ranger.
West or
West.
Eric?
No, not Time Force. Not Time Force. SPD.
Jack
Jack.
or oh boy?
Jack. Give me Jack.
All right, cool. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. The more I watch Lost Galaxy, the more I like Leo.
I told
Leo
you.
is shaping up to be a well-rounded character in my eyes, and Lost Galaxy honestly is shaping up to sneak into my top 5. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The more I watch it, it's not even nostalgia. It's just a great story. You know what I'm saying? It really gives you the feel for Power Rangers. Nitro, your Mount Rushmore of Red Rangers.
Oh, now keep in mind, I have not seen every single Power Ranger show out there. I know, shoot me, but like, but if I had to pick just five, based on what I have seen, I feel like I'd have to give it to like, it is in no particular order, but like Tommy, Jack, I'd say even Mystic Force Red. I'd give it to let's see who else. I feel like I could give it to Tyler, Dino Charge Red. I like say what you want about Dino Charge. I know, but Brennan Mejia, he delivered well with the resources he had, and Tyler was a pretty thoughtful leader. He really cared for his team. He stepped up for even total strangers that he had no idea would later become his team. I feel like as far as Red Rangers go, he met the quota. And
I agree.
then just because again, I got a soft spot for Mighty Morphin, so I'm gonna put Jason up there just out of respect.
Hey, I love it, man. Legacy of Nerds, welcome, man. You came to,
What's up,
you
Legacy
know,
and Nerd?
it's the
But
birthday stream, man. We having a good time. We actually talked a lot about what you've been reporting over the weeks. I told people to go in the Discord that you be dropping news in there. Definitely love some of the stuff that you reported. We talked about the news that RJ did on that podcast with Joe. We talked about a bunch of great stuff, man. We're coming to the end of it, wrapping up with Dawn Stars. Mount Rushmore of Red Rangers. Who's on that Mount Rushmore?
For me, first pick is Casey
Casey.
because I think he's the perfect just example from like zero to hero. That he started from the bottom, not even being on the same rank as the other two, as Theo and Lily. And then the entire series is literally him rising to the ranks and learning to be like a ranger, learning to be a leader, a team player, and just being like, I feel like just one of the like most genuine, like just Red Rangers in terms of like story and character. I'll have to give it to Cole mostly because like for me, Wild Force has a soft spot for me because it was the first Ranger like series I had ever seen. I will have to give it to Nick Mystic Force because I feel like he just had such an intriguing story and like just insane potential. And I will also give it to Tyler to Dino Charge because again, like give some representation to like the new gen series, but as well as like just similar with what Nitro said is like his story that he was just a genuine person and like did embody like kind of like the core traits that a Red Ranger and a leader should have. And then I believe I have one left. And I will give it to Tommy because just the OG and just because he's from the start, he's always been there. Just give respects where respect is due.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When I ask this question and I come around and I think about it again for myself, it always changes. And it's because I've been revisiting the franchise a lot more lately because doing Power Rangers content, you want to step your ball knowledge up because it's like, never know if you'll be tested or you never know if you got to do a video. So nowadays, like when there's nothing on to watch and I'm laying down, I might throw on a series and skim through a couple of episodes until I fall out. Whoa! I caught that. Did y'all catch that?
I was waiting till you finish talking, Fleeboy.
I was
Because you got two surprises. You got two surprises.
Let's go. And when I think about the Mount Rushmore for me, like the first time I said it and I first started doing this type of content, and I had Sage and Wes on the show, right? Well, Jason Font. And yeah, big shout out to Jason, man. What a wonderful dude, man. I can't wait to get him back on the podcast when the season starts, when the reboot starts, because he's gonna come on and we're gonna talk about the reboot. But I was thinking, right? I know everybody wants to put Tommy on the Mount Rushmore because he's Tommy, right? But the more I think about it, there's so many other Red Rangers that really, really, and mind you, can't nobody tell me shit about Tommy. I love that man. He's the reason why I even like Power Rangers. No, I'm lying because I was watching from the gate. I was there on premiere day. You know what I'm saying? When it first came out, like I'm for real.
Same.
So I've been watching this since like 8 years old, no exaggeration, right? But Tommy really, the love I had for Tommy was unbelievable. Like I cried when I couldn't get some of his toys when I was younger because they used to sell out so fast. Like his Megazords and all that, like the Tiger Zord. I never got the Tiger Zord because it just always sold out so fast. Like, and even the Falcon Zord when it came out, I never got the Falcon Zord. I never got the Tiger Zord. I never even got the Dragon Zord. I don't remember having none of them. The only thing that I had from Tommy, even the action figures, I never even had a Tommy action figure. Like the flip head, I didn't have the Green Ranger or the White Ranger one. But I did have Saga. That was one toy I 100% had. So I cherish that motherfucking. When I mean I took that shit from the house to in the car to get McDonald's to school one time, which I got in trouble for, had that motherfucker in my book bag running around. You know what I'm saying? Like so. But the more I think about it, hey, yeah, that's tough. See, I gotta get me some, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm older. I gotta get me an actual Tommy action figure, man, just to have it. To be honest with you, I gotta.
I just started me a shelf over here that I'm not gonna show yet because it looks a little, naked. But it's like 2-3 things on there, but I'm not gonna show it to his field.
Yeah, I gotta get.
I can't even lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
The wife and I, we went up to Walmart earlier today. We had to get some general supplies, and we were going down the toy aisle, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw like the MMPR morpher. I was like, and so like I had to, not gonna lie, I had to hit the quick Morphin time right in the middle of the store, but I had to do it.
And that's when I say,
like,
right?
there was no way I couldn't see the morpher and then just not hit the morph.
Yeah, and the reason why I say the more I think about removing Tommy from that Mount Rushmore, because I really feel like people like Leo really deserve a spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? That earned that Red Ranger shit. That really had a narrative where you're like, man, this is actual Red Ranger material. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what a Red Ranger embodies. Like, Leo, the definition of Leo, and even to some degree, Carter. Carter, I think, is the most unappreciated. He is the most
sad. At least he ain't say TJ. At least he ain't say TJ.
Bro, I don't never see nobody big up Carter. Like I never see like people throw Carter's name out there. He was amazing as a Red Ranger, leader material. Now I'm gonna keep it 100. He had the most ugliest outfit out of all of them. His shit was just nasty. Them
V
light,
helmets.
yeah, them light speed rescue joints was just, you know, and that. But hear me out. The story was tough. Dealing
Top
with
tier.
demons and bro, it was just the outfits. But bro, we did get the Titanium Ranger in that same series. So
The first American Ranger.
first American Ranger, right? And then I ain't gonna front. I see a lot of people in the chat saying Andros, bro. Andros
Yeah.
is like grade A when it comes to Red Rangers, and
True, but the
Andros.
people we name, I said true, but the people we name far exceeds Andros in my book. Like
Do you
Leo
think?
and
Let me
Cole,
ask you
and
something. Do you think honestly, Zeo Red Tommy was better than Andros?
if they would have wrote the story better, absolutely.
Nah, I don't want to
And
hear
and
that. I don't want to hear that.
okay,
They would
okay,
have wrote
okay,
the
okay,
story better.
okay, okay,
I want to
okay. You
ask
right,
you,
you right, you right, you right. Me personally,
who's
if
better?
me personally, if Tommy would have did the whole Zeo show and the whole Turbo show, like literally portrayed how he portrayed the MLPR, Tommy.
All right, so look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a quick game, right? I'm gonna put Tommy Zeo against some Red Rangers because everybody had Tommy in their Mount Rushmore, right? As Zeo Red, probably, right? I know you ain't gonna put Turbo Tommy, so Zeo Red
Fuck no.
Tommy, right? So I'm gonna give y'all a list of Red Rangers. All y'all gotta say is Tommy or whatever Red Ranger I say, right? Everybody
I
just
bet,
say their answers at the same time. It doesn't matter, right? All right.
bet.
Ready? Tommy, Zeo Red. We'll start off. Andros in space.
Tommy.
Tommy, for sure.
And I love Tommy.
I'll give it to Andros.
I can't give it to Andros just because I ain't know Andros yet, so I can't say nothing on Andros.
I'm familiar with Andros, and yeah, Andros is a good Red Ranger,
All right, here we go.
but
Andros or
he's
Tommy,
not a leader.
FTK.
Oh, I already said Tommy.
Yeah, he said Tommy.
Y'all are not nostalgia blind. I respect it. All right, hold on. Tommy or Carter?
Tommy.
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 I'll give it to Tommy because I don't know Carter like that.
Huh? Tommy?
Tommy.
I can't hear you. I think your mic went out.
Yeah, your mic went out.
Yeah.
I think
E or C.
so. A little bit. Mike. All right, so Carter. All right, Tommy wins. Tommy or Leo?
Leo.
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 Shit. I mean, again, I'm not familiar with Leo either, but hey, if the consensus is saying Leo, I guess I gotta give him props. If he's getting talked up this much, sure, Leo.
All right.
Leo.
I go Leo. Yeah.
All right. Tommy or who would be next? Hold on. Let me get the list of shows. Hold on. Let me get the list of shows out real quick, y'all. Hold on. I should know this. All right. Oh, Tommy or TJ?
Tommy.
Tommy.
I forgot about
Tommy.
TJ.
Tommy.
Easiest
Not even
Tommy
a
dub.
joke.
Tommy.
Easiest Tommy dub of all time.
All right.
Easy as
Tommy or Wes?
Ooh.
West.
I
I'll say
think
West.
I gotta go West.
Yes.
Tommy or Eric?
Remind me which one Eric was again?
The Quantum
Quantum.
Red Ranger.
Okay. Hmm.
Chat, let me know in the chat too. Spam your answers.
Right, Megazord. Andro saved 2 worlds. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy or Eric?
Mm. Mm.
Come on, dog.
I'll give it to Tommy. I'll give it to Tommy because
Nitro, who you
Because
got?
things
Tommy
that-
or Eric? FTK, Tommy or Eric?
Tommy.
See, I feel like I'm stuck, but my gut wants to go with Tommy, so I'm gonna lock in with Tommy.
the thing is that really like Eric was far from the definition of a Red Ranger
All right.
Yeah.
Tommy
because
or
he was just
Cole?
doing his mission.
Oh,
Cole.
Tommy or Shane?
Shane.
Tommy.
Oh, see,
Shane is pretty cool.
We'll go Tommy. Fuck it.
Tommy or Connor?
I just got to Dino Thunder 2. That's not fair.
Tommy.
Tommy?
Because
Yeah.
Tommy had to teach that Red Ranger how to be a Red Ranger.
Yeah. You can't really outdo the master, bro. So Tommy.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, hold on one second because I want to mark. Oh, I know who I forgot. Oh, I'm gonna save that for later. Hold on, because we're gonna see if Tommy was the best, one of the best Red Rangers. Ready? Hold on. All right, so we got. Hold on. Okay. I'm not even gonna mention the Alien Ranger, so we'll put Tommy above the Alien Ranger.
Wasn't even the leader of his team.
Exactly. We'll put I said Tommy over TJ. Yeah, I said Tommy over Andros, which was crazy.
Me personally.
Which is insane.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I said Tommy over Andros. Y'all said Leo over Tommy. Y'all said Tommy over Carter.
Oh, how y'all say Leo over Tommy, but not Angelo? That is crazy.
Y'all said Wes over Tommy. Y'all said Tommy over Eric. Y'all said Cole. All right, Shane. Tommy over Connor. Jack or Tommy?
Ooh, see, now that's an interesting one.
Jack.
I'll say Jack mostly because I enjoy his story more than Tommy's.
Sky
That,
Tate
but
or
also,
Tommy?
what?
Who?
Sky Tate or Tommy? Sky or Tommy?
Tommy over Sky, but Jack over Tommy.
All right, Nick or Tommy?
Nick.
Tommy. Nick quits too much for me.
I was just
No,
gonna say,
Matt quits too much.
So we got one Tommy, one Nick. What y'all two? Y'all gotta be the tiebreakers.
I'll go Nick.
Nick.
I said Nick.
All right.
I said Nick.
All right, so that's 3-1. So Nick. All right. Oh, Casey or Tommy?
Casey.
See? Casey. Yeah.
I did really like Casey. Youngblood had it going on for Jungle Fever, man.
Or Tommy?
Tommy. No
I'll go
hesitation.
Tommy.
No, Scott. I don't know. Scott had a real good arc, man.
He's a quitter. He's also a quitter. He quit 6 times.
But Scott, hold on. You can't knock Scott for Dylan being a loose cannon and wanting to leave every 5 seconds. Come on, bro. Scott kept the team together. The only person that he couldn't hold was Dylan, the Black Ranger, because he wanted to do his own thing.
So what y'all going with? Tommy.
Scott was a hothead.
So we got FTK for Tommy. We got Ben for Scott, Nitro and Dawn.
Tommy.
I'll give it to Tommy.
Tommy. Nitro.
Yeah, Tommy.
All right.
Puss.
Tommy
Oh,
over
excuse me.
Scott.
Sorry.
All right. Jaden or Tommy?
Tommy.
Sorry, repeat it. I didn't hear it.
Jaden Sheba or Tommy?
Dude, that is the easiest
I'm
Tommy
not
dub by
going.
absolutely.
Wow, 3 Tommy
Oh,
over Jaden Sheba?
Yeah,
You
we're not
mean
Jaden
Jaden the fraud?
Glazers over here. We're not Jaden
Jaden,
Glazers.
okay. Tommy's not a fraud. Jaden is.
But y'all know
Jaden
y'all
is a
just
complete
talking
fraud.
about Zeo Tommy Red. It's not Green Rangers. It's just
Yeah, but to be
Zeo
fair, we're
Yeah.
Red
also
Tommy.
talking about, but we're also talking about Jaden disgracing his family, Sheba.
All right, so
Mm.
Tommy or Lauren?
Tom.
That's
Y'all
that's just a
smoked
slightly
the
better
Tommy.
version of Tommy v. Jaden, so it's still
damn.
Tommy.
Y'all
yeah,
smoked
you
the
gotta go
Sheba
with.
family, bro. Hey, they not
Listen.
gonna
I
like
like
this
Jaden.
one.
They
The
a bunch
Sheba
of
family
I'm
frauds.
was
ask
carried
this
by
because I know y'all gonna pick Tommy over Troy.
the Sheba family was carried by plot armor.
All right, Tommy or Taylor? Tyler, excuse me.
I'll say
Mm.
Tyler.
Tyler.
Look, Tommy did a lot of stuff for the Ranger community as a whole, but like again, I gotta give props to Tyler. He just brought such a genuine and fresh perspective to what it means to be a Power Ranger in the new era, especially like when you look at interviews of Tyler talking about like what it meant to him and like how badly he wanted to be a Ranger growing up. Like I really respect the hell out of him, so I'm gonna give it to Tyler over Tommy.
Mhm.
All right, so Tyler stays. Devon, Brody. We could skip them. Amelia. What's Shorty name in
Title charge.
Cosmic?
No,
Oh,
Tyler is as
No, Cosmic
what's
Fury. That was Amelia, I think.
It was Amelia. Yeah.
Right? Amelia or Tommy?
Now, plot wise, Amelia really did step up to fill in Zato's power vacuum and dynamic for the team. She stepped up to take care of them, and that's what a Red Ranger does. So I'm willing to at least put it up to a tie, but between the two, I feel like I'm kind of stuck because I mean they both did like very different things, both very good things, but very different things for their own team. I
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with her.
All right. How many? Just start saying names.
think I'm gonna just do Amelia just because, like,
Amelia.
again, just
What about you,
the
dog?
way she stepped up into the role.
yeah. I'll agree to that.
FTK. Who you
Plus,
got?
going from pink to red, that's never been done
Amelia.
before.
Amelia.
Amelia. All right. So leave it. Zato or Tommy?
Tommy.
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 Wow. What?
Zato was really the man.
Zeta
I
was
didn't
pissing me
like
off
his
the whole
art.
show. He
I
was
didn't like
pissing
his
me
art.
off too
I'm
much.
not gonna lie. This is what it comes to. Tommy, out of how many seasons of Red Rangers it was? Tommy over Zato, Tommy over Devon, Tommy over Brody, Tommy over Troy, Tommy over Lauren, Tommy over Jaden, Tommy over Scott. Hold on, let me keep count. Tommy over Zato, Tommy over Devon, Tommy over Brody, Tommy over Troy, Tommy over Lauren, Tommy over Jaden, Tommy over Sky, Tommy over Connor, Tommy over Eric, Tommy over Carter, Tommy over Andros, Tommy over TJ, Tommy over the Alien Ranger. I don't even know saying his name. Tommy over Rocky. Now the last one.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Tommy or Jason.
Ooh.
That's
Mm.
the last one you was gonna say.
Yeah, that's the last one I saved.
I got to give it to Jason.
A lot of people give Jason shit, but again,
Yeah.
Jason was just the OG, man. He did so much for Power Rangers.
Way
Really feel
before
like you gotta
Tommy
give it
got
to
there.
Jason.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not bad. Y'all did your thing, man. Well, Tommy did his thing. Hey, man, Tommy over 14 Red Rangers. So maybe maybe he deserved to be in our Mount Rushmore of Red Rangers, but I just feel some type of way, man. I don't know. Let me know how y'all feeling in the chat. But this has been our time on Voice of the Heroes. But Geo Era has some surprises for us. And my God,
Yeah.
look at that motherfucker there, boy.
So to kind of give you a little hint about like the type of character he's going to be, think Tai Long from Kung Fu Panda.
One of my favorite joints. One of my favorite Kung Fu Panda characters, man. Okay, that's tough, man. Hey, thank y'all
And
so much for the
he's the
drop,
Ruby
man.
Ranger.
Shout out to everybody that came through and celebrated with me on my birthday, man. We'll be doing like an anime type birthday theme joint tomorrow on my Twitch channel. So make sure you follow me on Twitch at FleeboyJetson. Y'all can come through and show some love there tomorrow. But as always, man, thank y'all so much for coming by. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, we got one more? Oh, hold on.
Yummy. You got hear that?
No.
One second.
Oh.
You might have to crank it louder because I heard it at the end there.
I can't hear it.
Nope.
Oh, I hear it.
We
stay and fight no matter what's in store. We'll save the day, we'll save the day tomorrow. We always battle our score.
Here.
It's like in and out. I heard a little something. You're gonna have to send me the the file.
I think I can get it real quick. Give me a second.
I bet.
I just gotta find it. It should be right up here.
Crystal energy. Tyrannus and his team with siphon strength caught from our beats. Half power rangers, we will fight like the
It goes to a certain part and then it cuts off.
Now time for us.
I think I've got it ready. If
Yeah,
FTK.
go ahead, Nitro. Let Nitro try. Let's see if you can get it, Nitro.
All right, let's see. Y'all hear it?
Yep.
You hear it? I don't hear it.
I don't hear it.
No, I don't hear it.
That's weird. I've got this shit like cranked. That's weird.
Because the thing is that these calls, they pretty much muffle out like any like surrounding
This
noise.
is what y'all do, man. If y'all in the Discord,
I can share it to you real quick.
Join the Discord, and we're gonna put it in the Morphin Grid. That way, so join the Discord. It will be in the Morphin Grid section. I'll have Nitro put it in there. But this has been our time on Voice of the Heroes podcast. We are back next week, next Thursday. So make sure y'all tune in for that, man. I love y'all. Love yourself. Pass that love and love others, man. Nitro, thank you so much for coming through. Bro, Dawnstar, man. Y'all two, link with me, man. I need some writers for a project because I've been having writer's block, man. Maybe y'all can help me come up with something, man. And I got y'all, man. For y'all showing me some love, man. I'll do something. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. For sure.
Yeah.
I will be
100%.
in my back pocket, man. Now, can one of y'all send it to him? Probably. Let me see. If
I just forwarded you the message. It's the second one.
We stay and fight no matter what's in store. Save the day, we'll save the day tomorrow.
And then it goes out right there. It's all right.
Yep.
We'll get it together. I gotta go though. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Please don't forget to like the stream. I love y'all. Hey, fellas, man. Ben, Dawnstar, Nitro, Command Center. Thank y'all so much for coming by, my brothers. Y'all have been a blast. And thank y'all for supporting the podcast since the beginning, too, man. For real. Y'all been showing up every stream since y'all appeared on the show, man. FTK, thank you so much, my brother. Nitro, thank you so much. I won't forget
For sure.
y'all. I'll probably do another giveaway in Nitro. I got you. I'm gonna keep you in mind. And we gotta link up, Nitro, because you into all types of shit, man. I like that, man. I like that you into superheroes and shit. We gotta have us a superhero conversation one day.
For sure,
Ben,
man.
you already
Hopefully,
know
when
my
I'm feeling a
brother
bit
is-
better, my voice is shot.
Yeah, it's always been a pleasure linking up with you, Ben. You already know you'll catch me and Ben. Also, Justin Nemo interview coming up soon, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. I love y'all. Love yourself. Pass that love on and love others. And until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace.
All right.
This FleeboyJetson.
Heroes, we're shipping.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
What do you think you're
W
doing?
Street.
Looking at this new podcaster on my iPhone. He looks pretty good.
Give me that.
Just get no fun.
So let's just see what this is all about, huh? Another Power Ranger podcast. Let's see. It's always about the Power Rangers. Never about the villains.
Heroes, we're shifting into that new Gear 5 Luffy Mango Passion Fruit from G Fuel. It's easy to make, and the goodie box comes with so many great things. You definitely want to go get this 20% off. Use that promo code FleeBoy. Don't forget to use the code FleeBoy for 20% off.